video is going to help you get started on this portion of your soda can or pop can design. And so your finished piece will look something kind of similar to this. And this video will take you through the Illustrator parts, because then we will apply this in Photoshop. Okay, so first instructions, download this template. This is with Illustrator. So you should be able to click on that. It should go into your downloads. You will open that in Illustrator, and in Illustrator we should have guideline marks already there. Those guideline marks are to show you that you cannot have words above this space or below this space because of the type of pop can that we're putting it on. And so that's the reason that the guides are there. So when you open up this template, it should look like this. As you work on this, when you save it today, you'll want to do a save as, and you will want to put your name into this document. Okay, because then from here, we need to apply the patterns that you had from your food pattern design, and we're going to use that pattern in our soda label. Okay, so you're going to have this example pulled up as well, opened up in Illustrator, because in Illustrator, right now, if you look in Illustrator on your food one, in the swatches, chances are good that the pattern that you created on this is not going to also show up on the soda label one. Like, for whatever reason, the color ones can be set to global, the pattern ones cannot. Okay, so here is the go around. You will open up your food pattern one that you've already created, and I would suggest if your pattern was relatively large, you may want to adjust this first. So use your selection tool, select your whole entire pattern that you had. You may want to scale that down a bit to make that a little bit smaller, and then go ahead and create a pattern again from this. That's what I did. I made a smaller kind of pattern for mine, because then as long as you have like drawn a rectangle and then you applied that pattern to the rectangle, that's the part you need to have done. Okay, so in order to copy this over, I just need to simply select this, because now that pattern is now selected, and then I'm just gonna on my keyboard hit Command C to copy that pattern from this document, and I'm going to go over into my soda label, and I am going to make sure that I have layers visible so that I can see what I'm doing. You can do all of this design on one layer. We can also make a background layer, so I'm going to add a layer 2, and I am going to paste then, just Command V, that pattern, and see how it was really small, but it's actually coming in really large on this. And so I will need to move this around a little bit, and I will need to hold down Shift as I scale this down, and then see how my pattern then fills in really large. Okay, so depending on how you want to use this, you may need to flip back over to this one and adjust and make your pattern even smaller moving forward. Does that make sense? Okay, because you simply copy and paste, and then look, then that little smaller melon pattern is here. You can also do it this way. You can double click on this, and then from here I'm back into my pattern editor, so I can take and group those in different kinds of ways if I want to. I can make the width of these all smaller, and I want that to be constrained, so if I made this 3, the other one should automatically change. That kind of did some wacky stuff. Size tile to art, there we go. Move tile with art, yeah, we can do it that way. So that, and then you can either save a copy or click done or cancel that. So my pattern is still pretty large within that space. So I'm gonna pause this video for a second, and I'm gonna go back and make this smaller. Well, actually, I'll just keep this on, and you can fast forward through this part if you already know how to do this. Okay, so I've edited my pattern. I made it smaller. I'm going to copy this once again. I renamed it and called it extra small just so I can keep track. I'm going to go over here to this one and I'm going to hit paste and paste that one. And now I have this in my swatches. And it came in, of course, really big all over again. So I'll just resize and bring this down a little bit smaller. Whoops, I can delete my old one that I had there. Okay, so this pattern design, you can make this fit into a rectangle and it can fill your whole entire space. The example design had this fitting into, I'm going to hit delete. If you don't want to use a rectangle, you could fill in any type of shape. So I could do something with like a circle, and I could do like a design element with circles. I could add one there. I could do another circle down here, and I can just move this around. And my pattern is staying. Does that make sense? Because that's the way I had my pattern set. So I could do some kind of design with like circles and circles and circles. I could create another circle. Whoops. Like over here that goes off this way. I could take and make those circles have a dark kind of stroke if I wanted to instead of having them outlined. So right now I have no stroke, but I could double click this and I could make my stroke black. And so then each one of my circles, I could switch that. That's what it looks like. Whoops. So then I have like the circle kind of pattern going on. So you can do this however you want. You will probably on your background layer though want to place a color behind this. So I would click on your background layer. Easiest way to do this is to create a rectangle here. And I'm going to make the rectangle just the same size as my document. Oops, it is filling with a pattern right now. But I can select any color. I could click on this. There we go. And then I could use the eyedropper tool. And I could choose maybe a color of, whoops, I guess I can't do that right now. I could choose a color of like my blueberry that I have in one of my designs. And now, whoops, my color swatch should be that blueberry. Maybe that didn't work. Okay, I'll switch it to black for a second. There's what my background looks like if it's black. Now I should be able to switch it to the blue. Oh, it switches it to the pattern, not to the blueberry color. Okay, I get it. So if you want one of these colors that you had before, you may have to go back to your pattern, I think is probably the way you would have to do that. Yep, and we'd have to sample from here. And so then you would have to either take a look at and copy this, copy that number over. That's what I'm going to do in order to click that color. I'm going to Control Z here though, because I just lost my pattern on my pattern paper. There we go. Okay, so then if I click on this and now if I type in that same number, then I'll get my light blue. Then I could use one of my colors from these designs in the background. Maybe that's a smart choice, maybe that's not a smart choice for you. Maybe you want to pick that color and then you want to adjust it from there. So you want to take that color but you want to make it just a little bit lighter. So you take that and just like pull it over, or you want to use that same color but make it quite a bit darker. So then you're within the same color range of the same color, you're just picking a lighter or darker one. And so I'm just going straight across in order to go more saturated or less saturated. Okay, so you can pick a color, then text-wise, back on Canvas, here's the list of all of the text that you need to use. So the name brand of your soda, they went vertical. You can fit that however you want. The flavor that needs to go on there, the ounces of how big it is, that usually appears somewhere towards the bottom. And then two other pieces of small text. So it could be something like all natural flavors, or you can pick. You can use any of these, or you can pick something else. Like in this example, they use 0 calories. Or you could use, 0 grams of sugar per serving, or whatever it is that you want to highlight and advertise about your soda. Okay, so you have to put in 4 text boxes at least, right? Okay, so those text boxes, I would put them up on layer 2 instead of on layer 1, or if you wish, you can make a layer 3, and I could call this text. and then all of my text work I could put there. Okay, if you want your text to go vertically, there is the vertical type tool. And then font wise, so we could type it like this, like mine could be called Melanastic, like fantastic, get it? Okay, so you could put your text vertically, you can go horizontally. I think before we also talked about how to make type on a path, so you have to create a path with the path tool first. And make it whatever kind of curve you want it to be. Maybe you want your text to follow along this curve. Just make sure that it's readable. Okay, and then font wise, as if you go up to type and font, type and there we go, font, there's all the different fonts that are already embedded. You can also do more from Adobe fonts like we have done in the past, and that will take a while to load. But here is how you can search for, maybe you want a very clean kind of look. That could be good, or maybe it's a very fun kind of design, or you want something that looks very modern or futuristic. Okay, so keep in mind that on Canvas, we listed a whole bunch of fonts to not use, so make sure you stay away from those. Those are very, they have a bad reputation because they've been used too many times or incorrectly. Okay, so make sure that you match your personality of your soda with your theme. I would not go more than 2 fonts. Okay, so 2 fonts would be max, because then you can change those fonts and you can see whatever kind of font effect you want to create, so that they stand out, and resize it and do all of that fun stuff. You can also, in the type tool, which if I go to window, I should be able to see type. There we go. I need my character palette to show up. Where did I just fly to? There we go. Type, character, or it's also in paragraph. Because here you can also change your leading right here, and your kerning and your tracking. So if you need to adjust any of those, everything you should be able to find right here in the character and the paragraph one. And then when you are finished with this design, then you are going to, then you are going to show me your design at this point before you actually go on to creating a mock-up. So I would totally save this as an Illustrator file from this point, and make sure that you have a soda label and your name into the file.